everybody, welcome back to Bedrock with Fix, another episode. This is very likely going to be a bit of a talky episode. I got a couple things I want to discuss, and they're kind of general things. There's some things that pertain to kind of my life. They're just some random things. Also, side note is that I need to get this episode finished today. So anyway, yeah, but it's a good chance. This series is going to be the place where I do some like discussion about life and discussion about things that are going on with me and all that kind of stuff. And I hope that's okay with you. I hope that's all right. And I thought in the meantime, what we could do while we do that is just work out a little bit of roads here in between the places. Now, I did ask last episode what you want me to build next, and it's actually kind of a tie. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out roads and an entranceway to this place. And then next episode, I'll build what building you want next. So be specific. If you want someone's house, be specific. I want, this person's house. I want a baker's house. I want a butcher, or I just want like a place where a family lives or whatever, But being more specific is going to be very helpful for me going on about this. And yeah, I think it'll be a fun way to sort of build this city up together, kind of. So now, where I stand right now, what I'm working on today is I decided that what I want to do for roads is I want to make, oh, that's the wrong tool. I want to make flat roads, straight roads rather. I want to go against what I sort of stand for in other series, in Vasten and so forth, where I really want to build like maybe I want to build up to having a fairly urban sort of city, which when you're doing that kind of thing, having pretty straight roads is actually pretty helpful for this. Now, my style of building these days is not that. My style of building nowadays is very much more towards very curvy roads, even curving for no reason, then adding the reason later, like doing a big curve and then planting a tree or a big cliff or something like that down the road. Literally, no pun intended. Anyway, so what I want to do is I want to do a pretty straight road with like kind of 90-degree angles, and I think it'll be good. I think it'll be a good road. I think maybe like 5 wide is going to be a good place to go. But while we talk about this, I want to talk about your superpower. I'm very much into the Marvel DC thing. I finally just saw Endgame. Don't worry, no spoilers coming from my channel. But it made me think. We all, I believe, have I think 5 wide is going to be right. We all have our own superpower. Like, if you've been in this world long enough to sort of establish your identity, and if you're old enough to have done that, then you probably have a superpower. And whatever that superpower is, it could be anything. I know some people who their superpower is just just like the kindest people I've ever met. I know some people who their superpower is they're the hardest working. My dad is the hardest working person I've ever met. Some people have the superpower. Some people are athletically incredibly gifted and have used that, and then a lot of people have a superpower, but maybe they don't really use it. They don't really use it to their advantage. And that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad when that happens, but it does happen. And I think when you recognize what your superpower is, like whatever it is, it could be anything, but whatever your superpower is, and when you realize what that is, then taking advantage of it is really key to, I think, doing some really special things in life. And if your superpower is something that you don't like if you might be just really quick to anger or something like that, well, then being aware of that is a good way to sort of eliminate that from who you are, right? I could really use some freaking stone brick, because I don't want to do this all out of cobblestone, but I think at the moment I may have to. Yeah. How much is that going to give me? Oh, do I have to do that? Okay. Yeah, that'll just give me whatever I can get for a stack. Oh, which is just a stack, right? I forgot about that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this with stairs for right now. I want to do a gutter on this city. I've just kind of decided, and I'm gonna have to do it with mostly cobblestone for right now. Anyway, my superpower, and it's something I've thought about quite a lot. My superpower, I believe, is stick-to-itiveness. I've talked about this before, but it's been a while. I truly believe that I'm not the greatest builder in this game. I'm not the most creative person by any stretch of the imagination. A lot of people I play with are the best builders I've ever really played with or seen. But that's not really me. That's not really what my strength has been. But my strength is I just don't stop. That's been my strength as a musician, as a trumpet player. I don't find that I am the absolute most creative person out there. I've never found that. I've never thought that to be the case. But what I do find is that I can practice harder than most people, and I can practice longer than most people, and those things can pretty quickly give you an edge up on most people. Now, is that going to make me the most world famous trumpet player of all time? No, it's not. And the reason why it's not is because there are people who also have that, who are immensely mega unbelievably talented, right? And that is kind of the difference. But is it going to make me a good competent professional? Yeah, it can do that. And that's kind of the career that I've sort of made for myself, is I've made myself a really good competent professional job where I can make a living playing music, which is pretty rare in today's world, you know. Whoops. And translating that to Minecraft and to YouTube in particular, Dennisy put up a quote on our Realm of Vasten Discord, who it was a really interesting quote, and it's one that I have thought about in my own way pretty frequently. And what the quote is one day I just all of a sudden noticed that I was gaining about 6 subscribers a day, and I just couldn't believe that out there are 6 people, all with individual stories, individual backgrounds, who have decided that they like what I'm putting out enough and interesting enough to actually press the subscribe button. I've thought about that a lot. I've thought about that a ton with just like with my own channel, with the Realm of Vasten, all kinds of different things. And I've thought like, wow, I cannot believe that I'm in a place where every day, and you know, I'm not too far away from that gaining 5 or 6 a day sort of ballpark number. That's that's about where I am roughly. I can't believe that I'm in a place where that many people like what we're doing here enough to press subscribe, and it made me think about the early days, you know, the very early days. Okay, I know that I used to have wheat there. That's really weird. It's gone. Maybe I harvested and I forgot. Anyway, it made me think about the early days, you know. It made me think about back when I was getting maybe at most 15 subscribers a month, 10 subscribers a month, you know. Maybe at most, sometimes 5, sometimes none for a month or 2 on end, and not just going and going and going and going. And you know, if you're watching this and you have aspirations of trying to build up a YouTube channel at whatever size you want to, be aware that there are months and months and months where literally, you know, you're not gaining any subscribers. You might put up videos that like it feels like no people are watching, you know. And you know, if that's your only goal, if your only goal is to do YouTube to gain subscribers and make money, well, then this probably is not going to be the thing for you, I found, in my short amount of time here. But if your goal is to like document the growth of your world, or if you're playing with friends and you just want to put that stuff on video or whatever it is, then all of a sudden your idea, you know what, maybe I should just cook up like a few stack of stone here or something, because this is not good. This is not good. I'm gonna use all my coal, because the reality is you're gonna go for long periods of time with very little growth, and that's just how it is. That's just how it is. I'm sorry that's how it is, but that is how it is. You need to do it for the enjoyment of this. I know that in sort of the Vasten community that there are quite a few people who are either just starting YouTube channels or thinking about starting it or whatever, and yeah, it's great. It's great fun. It's great fun. I'm having a wonderful time doing it. It's such a blast. But that being said, man, there are long periods where I'm like, why am I even doing this? You know, and sometimes series bite the dust because I would put out a series and I would have maybe I don't know, 5 views, and of those 5 views, like 2 of them are me for getting the thumbnail. You know what I mean? So what's the point, I would say? Well, the point should not be just for viewers. It should be to have fun and to do things that you really enjoy. And if that's not it, then man, this grind and the rate of growth can be extremely slow. And I just caution people because if your whole goal is growth, well, then you might end up getting discouraged, and that's not good for you, and it's not good for maintaining a channel, maintaining a frequency of uploads. You know, what I would say, my recommendation is, what I would say is I would say find something that you really, really enjoy doing, that you love, that you would do for absolutely no growth and absolutely for free. And if you can find that, for me, it was, well, at first Simply Magic. I loved that. And then I sorted all around, did a couple different series. And then I finally started the Realm of Vasten. And for me, it was that for a long, long time. And it still is in a lot of cases, in a lot of ways. But I would say find something that is going to make you so happy to do and document that you don't care if one single person watches it. And then work on the quality as best you can, you know. I got really lucky because after doing the Realm of Vasten for quite a while, like 2 years, I got Walls Knight, who's a big YouTuber, to come on and do 3 days of tours with me, and that's really, really, really lucky because it jump started my sort of growth as a channel. But even if that had not happened, nothing would have changed with me. You know what I mean? Nothing would have changed with me. I would still be doing the exact same thing I'm doing. I would just have a lot less eyes on it, which would make me sad, not necessarily for me and for my channel, but for the other people who want to, who are building in this world. And I want everyone to get like really recognized as being the amazing creative builders that they are. You know, obviously I see it, but I want everyone to see it. You know, so you know, my first advice is gain my superpower, you know, gain stick-to-itiveness, because that is going to be the one that's going to keep you going regardless of growth, regardless of eyes on your channel or whatever. You know, it's the biggest and most important thing as far as a superpower to go. The other some other little advice that I would recommend, two bits of things. One, you can do all the recording and all the YouTube stuff for free. I use OBS to record. I bought several programs, and OBS is the one I always go back to, and I seem to like it the best, and it's free. And you can stream with that, which is what I use to stream, and you can render and edit your videos with Film Express or a few others for free. So if you can only spend money on one thing outside of your like actual computer, and you know, get a machine that runs some decent frames. You don't have to have the best frames ever. I don't, but decent. And then I would say invest, if you can only invest in one thing, invest in a decent mic, you know, because that makes a huge difference on the first thing people hear. If they hear your voice, you know, and it sounds really tinny and nasal, like, it's gonna be tough. You know, you don't have to have a full mixing board and all that kind of stuff. You just have to have a kind of decent mic. I know a lot of people who have really great mic quality who use a Blue Icicle mic, and that's not that expensive. So that would be the one bit of equipment that I would get to start this whole YouTube thing. And then the other thing I think that is important is pick a niche. You know, find a niche that you can make your own. You know, if you're one of the folks that's building on either Realm of Vasten or Vasten Dimensions, you know, you can make that your own. You can make it where people will come to your channel and they're like, oh cool, a new video, I'm gonna be able to see you know, some sort of Realm of Vasten content or whatever. You know, if it's that's cool. If it's not that, it doesn't necessarily matter. I saw that netherrack. I was trying to figure out where that came from. But you know, making something that people can come to expect, especially when you're very small, are good. I don't find a lot of people are having success doing variety channels. I was sort of cautioned against that whenever I started thinking about putting other games on my channel. So I would kind of say, if you're a Minecraft player, it seems that the experts, who are not me, but the experts seem to say, you know, stick around Minecraft to build an audience, and then maybe down the road you can weasel in a couple other games or build up an audience from that. But if you want to get people watching, maybe stick with what is going to be good for you, you know. So just some thoughts, just some things that I've learned, some advice that I've been given, and you can do with it. Of course, I think I'm going to go gravel. I think I'm just going to go cobble and gravel for right now. I have such little andesite. I want to save that for texturing buildings. So I just changed my mind. I'm going to go get some gravel. I have lots of gravel. Gravel seems to generate a lot more in Bedrock than it does in Java. Anyway, let's see. That's andesite. Yeah, we're just going to go gravel over here. Nope, gravel's right here. Yeah, let's grab some of this. Unfortunately, I can't use gravel slabs, like, ever. That's not going to be a thing, but that's okay. Oh boy, it's a party out there. All right, let me cut and I'll come back. Let's talk a little bit about building, shall we? I think so. I think it's probably a good time. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to wrap the road around this. So this would be a nice thoroughfare. It feels like getting the storage room via several different sort of sides would be the right way to go. I think we'll go 5 wide for all the roads in this area. Probably makes sense. So this is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is 5. Okay. And the other thing I really like to do is I really like to only go up two at a time, right? Whenever you're going up, actually, and not always consistently either too. The reason being, if you do more than that, then you have to use stairs. And if you're riding a horse, which in this world, who knows how long until we end up getting an Electra. We may be riding a horse for quite some time. If you're riding a horse, then they do a lot better with slabs than they do with stairs. So just one of my own little things that I like to do. So let's see, where would the entrance to this be? The entrance to this side, there isn't really a good entrance here. That's that. Okay, so it'd have to be like here, basically. So if we went 3 wide entrance, then we're probably talking like let's put down a little bit of gravel or something here so we can see its road. Okay, so something along like this line, like here, like that, and then let's go 2 wide here. Yeah, that'll actually work. Okay. It's only like 2 steps up. Okay, so that's not bad. Cool. So we can do that. So that'll be one way in, and then we'll also do the other way, and we might even do a 3rd or 4th way. Maybe you can even walk in for on all sides. I think that would actually kind of be nice. So let me see. Yeah, if we go down along here, that'd be straight. Where would this see? I think I'm gonna have to end cutting into the cliff here, unless I want to vary it, but that could be okay too. Sometimes cutting into a cliff is a nice look because it gives it a really nice hard steep cut, and I think that's probably a good way. Let's do something like this. I'm not going to do this whole thing on camera, don't worry. I'm just doing a little bit here so we can actually discuss some building techniques. Oh, we'll see more gravel. There's gravel everywhere. There we go. Okay, cool. Ooh. Oh, you know what? I need coal too. Coal is something that, you know, in old worlds you have a ton of everywhere, but in new worlds sometimes not so much. Yeah, so we'll go all along here right to the end of this. And then we should have some decent roads here to at least set up where the other houses are going to be. Because now that we've set this road up, now we've framed an area for more houses. At least like here, there can be a house. Down there can maybe a little alley and another house. So yeah, so we have room for a few more houses. Maybe the next thing I should do, maybe I should just build some houses. So if you want to suggest a house, suggest a person with a person's name and their profession, and we'll kind of wedge it in here. I think that would be kind of a fun thing to do. Like right in this area, just fill up with just some regular old houses of where people live. That would be really cool. But anyway, I think that is going to basically wrap this part of it up. I'd like to get a little bit of a bird's eye view. Can I? No, I only have 2 of these. Okay. All right. There we go. I think we're going to wrap this up right about here. Thanks so much for watching a real talky episode. I'm not going to do a whole lot of these, but when I have something that I want to discuss and a good topic for conversation, then this seems like a really good place to have it. So yeah, we got some roads. Looks like I forgot a slab down there. That's okay. I can add that later, and we'll see you. We'll see y'all next time from the Bedrock with Fix, the world of whatever the name of this world is, the Bedrock with Fix world. I can do better. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Real talky episode today. I know. Every once in a while it's going to happen in this series. Hope that's okay with you. Sometimes I get some things I want to talk about and I don't really want to do it in a live stream, so it seemed like a good place. Anyway, thank you so much to my YouTube members and my patrons. I got a new patron. Thanks, Foxy. Just yesterday or the day before. And you'll be getting your statues in the Realm of Vasten next time I sit down to record there. So listen, just in case you are interested in becoming a YouTube member or a patron, you can see what the rewards are right down below. And if you already are but haven't gotten your rewards yet, I'm working through my list, but I'm kind of getting towards the end of it. So if you haven't yet, please reach out. It's not going to hurt my feelings. It's not going to offend me. I won't get mad. I promise. I probably just got mixed up between names. It can get very confusing to me. So let me know. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see you next episode from Bedrock with Fix or the Realm of Vasten or Highly Suspicious or whatever the heck comes out tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.